So we slide into a very, very windy KwaZulu-Natal for the third round of the SupaDrift series at Dezzi Raceway. And it was wonderful to see the legend himself, Des Goodside, back in a drift car after a 4-year injury absence from all motorsport. So look, the car control and skill was certainly still there, but going door to door is something that really requires seat time. And as you see, initially struggling with his initiation, Des never really got involved in the chase again, making this for a very easy lead run for Mike. Mikey Skelton is someone who has spent a lot of time this year in his 350Z, so he was super comfortable heading into this battle round. And so it was a textbook chase run. Mikey Skelton not giving Des any moment to breathe, and a very clear win going Mike Skelton's way. Our next battle would see the winner from round 2, Jim McFarlane, up against local drifter Chad Thomas in a car that we would be seeing more than once this weekend, a car he was sharing with drift rookie Kale van der Berg. Chad doing a really solid job mirroring Jim, but the tricky transition catching him out and seeing him drop off of the chase. A solid comeback though at the end. So the door is certainly open for the Red Bull Car Park Drift Champion to book his spot in the top 8, but he is a little cautious on initiation, giving Chad plenty of space, something the judges will mark down. But he's coming back nice and strong, applying tons of door pressure in the run into the transition. Oh, it's so easy to run it too deep into the hairpin, and the judges are wanting to see drifters right up against the clipping points. But in this case, Chad is lighting up more than just his own tyres. That sees Jim McFarlane moving into the next battle round. Our next battle was a real David versus Goliath affair, with Ryan Capitani in his stock, yes I said stock standard, road legal 350Z, taking on local drift ace Gavin Purin. Now Ryan impressed everyone at Rock Raceway with his enthusiasm, and although the lower speed on the short circuit here at Dezzi's was better suited to his road car, he was no match for Gavin, who used his local track knowledge and put together a flawless lead run. Oh, and the pressure got to Ryan there, trying to run a little too hot into that first initiation zone. This is certainly not how he wants to end his battle round, but still a solid result for Ryan, watching Gavin, who stitched together another faultless run and straight into the top 8. Now, after a big shunt into the wall at Rock Raceway in the season opener, Jason Webb has come to Dezzi's hungry to make amends with a solid showing. In his round of 16, he went up against Drift rookie Kale van den Berg. Now, to stitch a clean run is difficult enough as it is when you're on your own, but then to have to go door to door with a former SupaDrift champion, well, that is just on a whole nother level. Jason giving Kale some space initially, knowing that he doesn't have to push too hard in this chase run to progress. But what a solid lead run from Kale. Without a doubt, easily his best showing of the weekend. He can be super stoked with that for a first competitive drift showing. Larry Smith arrived at Dezzi's lying 5th in the championship after his solid 3rd position in round 2. Would Don Wheeler be able to halt his charge to the round of 8? Only one way to find out. Well, both are doing battle in 2 cars that are without a doubt crowd favourites and built by legendary Armand Bronkhorst. Don really struggling to hold onto his drift, straight lining in his chase against Larry, and that has certainly seen the door being left wide open for Larry to qualify through to the next round. Well, Don clearly is way happier taking the lead. Larry opting for a slow start, but would he be able to pull it back through the long, fast left loop? Not really. The decider, I think, ultimately for the judges came down to Don straight lining in his chase run, and that was all that Larry ultimately needed to slide into the top 8. After a DNF and a mechanical timeout in his qualifying runs, Seb Rich made it into the top 16 by the narrowest of margins. His opponent? Oh wow, championship leader and 3rd best qualifier, Zanil Sitar. Well, Zanil certainly impressing the judges with his sick smoke trail for Seb to choke on. Now, I'm not sure if that threw him off coming into the transition, but it meant Zanil was 1 run away from qualifying for the top 8. Oh, Zanil is a master at mounting pressure, getting right in Seb Rich's door and staying there with a repeat of the first run, handing Zanil the easiest of victories in this battle. In an all KwaZulu-Natal matchup, Brendan Purin and Gavin would go door to door on a course they could, well, probably run blindfolded. As the 6th best qualifier, Brendan and his BMW were the favourites leading out this battle. Joey was putting together a really solid run, but just too far away from Brendan to get the judges excited. Definite advantage here to the BMW driver. And straight from the initiation, Brendan never strayed too far from Joey's car. A really solid battle run, and into the top 8 for Brendan Purin. So onto the quarterfinals we went, with some mega battles looming. First up, after a bye in the round of 16, was the best qualifier, Zane up against Mike Skelton, who dispatched Des Goodsight in the previous round. And the step up in competition was immediately evident. Mikey looking red hot in his chase run, matching Zane's every move. Wow, what a red hot battle run that was. The question, would round 2 deliver more of the same? Oh hell yes. Zane running some super smooth and clean lines, chasing down Mikey. Well, the judges couldn't pick a winner, so the two would get to run their battle one more time. Who are we to complain? But it literally ended before it even got going. Mikey knocking his 350 out of gear when pulling the handbrake on that initiation. How frustrating. Leaving Zane with a clean run to victory and his place booked in the semis. Next up, Jim McFarlane and Gavin Purin. Jim lying 4th in the championship, just 12 points off the top spot. And quietly confident coming into this event after his round 2 victory. But this is Gavin's hood. And he isn't going to make life easy for Jim as he closes up nicely for a strong end to that battle. So it is all to play for in round 2 and a spot into the semis. Oh no, that is never how we want to see a battle decided. A massive mechanical failure there for Jim in his 350 set. It looks like his left rear shearing the wheel nuts as he looked to initiate. Luckily it ended up with a failure to launch as he got some serious airtime. But Gavin got to finish his run straight into the semis. Onto a classic showdown between Mustang and Supra. It's Webb versus Smith. And up for grabs, a spot in the semis. Jason going out super hard and fast as only he knows how. Larry doing a good job hanging on to the Mustang initially, losing out though on the far end of the course, but finishing strong in the closing part at the hairpin. Jason is clearly a lot closer in his chase run. This is exactly what the crowd and judges want to see. Very clean through the transition and super tight in the finish. Well done, Jason Webb. Now we're expecting a big smoke show in this battle round as Zanil Satar meets Brendan Purin. Well, Brendan really is struggling to go with Zanil. He'll need to get closer than that if he wants a shot at making the semis. And just trying far too hard to catch up to him going into that hairpin, pushing past the banking on that corner. And you know what, once you do that and drop a wheel over that, it is really tough to bring the car back. That's advantage to Zanil and No Sweat Racing. Well, Zanil was certainly caught napping on that start. And if Brendan had a clean run in round one, a mistake like that would have been super costly for our championship leader. But the pressure is off and he quickly closed up on Brendan and his BMW. Not a great chase run at all from Zanil, but with Brendan's mistake, ultimately costing him his spot in the semi-finals. So on to the semi-finals we roll, where Zane will do battle against Gavin and Zanil will meet Jason Webb. Now all local hopes are pinned on this man, Gavin Purin. Can he do anything to slow the charge of a dominant Zane Hussein? They are super close on that switch. Gavin isn't giving Zane any space to breathe. That is just brilliant through the far end of the course. Gavin is really on it. Wow, what a great battle run. Zane has got a fight on his hands. It's looking like a carbon copy of that first run, but Zane is so tight on the exit of that switch, you could throw a car cover over the two of them. Wow, 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 what an epic battle. Close, very, very close. Zane powers into our final. Great driving by both of them. So who will meet Zane in the final? Let's find out as Jason Webb battles Zanil Satar. And immediately it is clear we are in for another epic semi-final showdown. It's a game of cat and mouse as Zanil never lets Jason get away. But there were moments, a solid chase run from Jason, and that final spot could be his. Oh my word, this is going to be so tough to call. It is like round one on repeat. Yep, without a doubt, we all wanted to see this battle one more time. These two are just so in the groove, so comfortable with their abilities, the setup of their cars, and obviously massive trust for each other. This is world-class drifting from two champions who both competed internationally. This run certainly feels closer from Zanil. Jason is really going to have to bring it. And he is smoother and closer than his earlier run. But is it going to be enough? It could all come down to the switch. The crowds loved it. Massive respect shown by both competitors in what could easily have been our final. And yep, you guessed it, just far too close for our judges to call. It is another battle round. And if we're still split at the end of this, we go back to qualifying positions, where Jason came in second and Zane in third. The sun was setting, rain was threatening, but nobody was going to miss this monster battle. Insane, another sublime battle run. Would we get a winner, or would it be decided on qualifying positions coming into these knockout rounds? Jason is pushing, almost toying with Zane, daring him through that fast top end of the course. And he is tight on the switch too, and a run into the final corner. What a cracker showdown from two of the very best in the business. And the winner, well done, Jason Webb. But take a bow, Zane Sitar. That was amazing. So, onto our third place battle round, and does Zane have anything left after his epic battle with Jason Webb? Well, Gavin Purin certainly is going to be pushing hard to secure that final step on the podium. But he's off to a really slow start. You do not want to give the Mozambican flyer any daylight because you may never catch him again. But by the transition, he is a lot closer. He's right there. This is all going to come down to how close Zane can push Gavin in his chase run. And he is a lot closer from initiation. He's keeping that distance and not giving Gavin a moment to relax. But was it enough? Well, we'll find out when we get to the podium. So on to the final, where our two best qualifiers meet. That is just the way it should be. Stand by for a grandstand showdown as Jason Webb takes on Zane Hussein. Well, Jason certainly is a little behind on initiation, but what a great switch, bringing him right back onto the door of Zane Hussein. Oh, that is superb tandem drifting through that transition, and into the final corner we go. Geez, look at how deep Zane runs it, nailing that clipping point. And from the start, Zane is all over Jason. Look how close he is on initiation, and the pressure does not stop. Full proximity alert through the top end of the circuit, and he is still right there at the end. What an epic battle round by two drivers who've been on the top of their game all day. time battles. I mean, I think people are happy to see you and Jason going until tomorrow night. But brilliant, brilliant. Our championship leader coming into this. So obviously a very, very important points haul as well. So Neil Sitar in third place. Come on up. Brilliant. For me, what was so cool, if we were watching, to see the two drivers get out after that battle, the respect that they had for each other. And it's like, you talk about doing this thing on your own, it's one thing, but to have the trust to go door to door with someone, the respect that they have, I think was epic. So Jason and Zanil, what we saw there was really, really cool. Well done. Okay, let's get... we didn't not go to it one more time because we were worried about rain. We actually had a result in that final battle. It was an epic, epic showdown. So I'm going to announce who the winner is. Obviously the final between Jason Webb and Zane Hussein. The two fastest qualifiers going in. It's awesome. What a script. Meet each other in the final. And the winner, round 3, SupaDrift. Well done. From Mozambique. Zane. Great to have you back. So congratulations to Jason Webb as well. Well done, guys. Give a round of applause again. I'll talk to you. So guys, thank you very much for being here, for making the event happen, for attending it with us. Whatever you do, get home safely, please. And look forward to seeing you guys again real soon. But thank you for being part of the action. It was amazing.